gosh, I need some water. Maybe you've taken a drink out of nervousness. We have the drinks for you thanks to this 1-2 combination from the Madison Beach Hotel. Did you know Repeal Day? I didn't even know this is a thing, but over at the Madison Beach Hotel, they're going to put on a party to celebrate it. That is on December 5th. So we want to say hi to the man behind all this. Back with us is Boston Mike Mills, and Miranda Jassel is one of the head bartenders there as well. Nice to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
So,
again.
all right, give us a quick history lesson here.
Yeah,
because I didn't realize that Prohibition lasted as long as it did.
13 years. Yeah.
Really?
So 1920, the 21st Amendment prohibited the sale and production of all alcoholic beverage.
Right.
And then December 5th, 1933, greatest day in U.S. history.
You're a little biased, but okay.
No, but
July 4th,
Yeah.
December. But go on, sure, December 5th.
This is why we all have jobs, and this is why we have the beauty of drinking these fantastic cocktails that we're about to make for you.
The man makes a strong argument, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do an old classic and a new one, and I kind of find this weird because Miranda's going to do the old classic, the old fashioned. Yeah, she's the young one, and you're the old fogey. You're doing the new one.
Well, actually, my cocktail that I'm make was created in the 1920s.
I stand corrected.
So it's all right.
I'm going to be quiet.
I'm teaching you.
You certainly are. I'm going to be quiet. Miranda, take us through an old fashioned if you don't know what that is.
Okay, so it's 2 ounces of bourbon. If I don't.
Oh, if you spill it, don't worry, because you know what? We'll just wring it out and put it in a cup for later, right? Yeah. 2 ounces of bourbon.
Yeah, we're using Bullet.
And normally you're putting in muddled fruits, right?
Oh yeah, but this is the lazy mantled.
It's almost like she's watched the show before or watched me do the show. What are we putting in?
So now we're gonna do 2 dashes of orange bitters.
And then some cherry as well, right?
And then 2 dashes of cherry bitters.
All right. And a little simple syrup. So.
A little bit.
All right, you got to throw that in, shake it up, and before you know it, this thing is done. This is, I got to tell you, in terms of drinks, and everyone knows I like a little bourbon, but old fashions and Manhattans are my thing. Are those the most popular drinks?
Yeah, the old fashioned is probably our most selling, popular cocktail.
Put a little sweetness onto, if you think bourbon is a little too strong, this kind of takes the edge off it,
Sweets it off a little bit, for sure.
I love this. That's a perfect, exactly like the drinks that we do. You put the rind on there, and then we'll go into this older drink, which I had no idea.
Yeah.
What's in this one, Mike?
So in the last word, so it's gin-based. So we use gin, Luxardo, maraschino liqueur, chartreuse, which is a very herbal cordial.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
And then fresh lime juice.
All right, put that together, and while you do that, I'm going to see if you could make a drink and talk at the same time, which I think is required for a good party.
Well,
Yes,
you have to
be able to do all that stuff.
For sure.
You know your history when it comes to Repeal Day. You guys are celebrating it with a party. What are you going to do?
We are. So we have a great party at the Madison Beach Hotel, celebrating Repeal Day. Obviously, all our guests are dressing up, and we're doing prizes for best dressed.
Oh, no kidding.
We have 8 tables set up for different cocktails from the,
you get sample
from the 1920s. So you get samples of all the cocktails.
And the funny part is, you talk about we're using bourbon, we're using gin. Those were the big things back.
They were.
Back
Gin and bourbon was
the bathtub gin.
Bathtub gin back in the day.
Right. Some of us still do that. I'm not one of them, but
so it was called where it is. It was called bathtub gin because back then, with all the spirits being illegal, folks made gin at home.
In their bathtub.
But the vats that they made it in was too big to put under the sink, so they would make it in their bathtub, so it would be a sink. And then also, when a cop came to raid your house,
they didn't look in the bathroom.
They didn't go in the bathroom.
Here, pour that drink, unless they had to go. You can find all of this history and more. MadisonBeachHotelEvents.com will get you to tickets for this repeal party. I got to tell you, it's always a fun history lesson with you, Mike. We've been in that bar a few times, and it's
I've been around a long time.
More than just a drink. Are you studying this history too under him?
Yeah.
You almost can't not. He's a walking Jeopardy category.
It really is.
Put that in. Here's the finished product.
Here's the last word.
There you go.
And I always get the last word.
He does.
By the way.
Here's the last word for you guys. I got to send it back to you again. Fox61.com if you want the recipes. And of course, we would love to see you coming up in next month in terms of having this drink.